please welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. The bit is back. The bit is back. And as some people have pointed out in the chat, that is right. It's so not only is it happy birthday to Kevon Looney today. Thank you, Common Man. It's also happy birthday to us. This is 3 years. 3 years of doing this garbage. We've been firing it up for 3 years. I think I said this yesterday, but we'll do like a little birthday celly tomorrow when I have a little bit more time in the evening to fire something up. But yeah, there we go. Bandy's coming over to say happy birthday. But yeah, that's pretty cool, huh? 3 years. I don't know if is it cool? Is it cool or is it embarrassing? I guess time will tell, or time has told. We got Boston bases here. Oh, also sharing birthdays with Chris Humphries and Carlos Rogers. You just love to see it. It's Happy National Chopsticks Day. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, the clock call crushed last night. Good job, everybody. We got We the People, the Common Man here. Who else we got? Weisberg up in here. We love Mark Zakarian. Yeah, there you go. There you go. But yeah, good to be back this morning. If you are over in those fast break streets, we dropped a video already this morning. Listen, we've been productive this morning, okay? Had to develop trivia for tonight for the trivia show. I did some laundry already. Are you kidding me? Already put a video up? Yeah, Stan, that's not true. That's not true. We did the show with oh my God, I can't believe I'm blanking on his name. Matthew Judon. We did the show with Matthew Judon. So suck on that, Stan. Suck on that, Stan. We do need the bike stream. We do need the bike stream. Yeah, Snoop, you've been watching for 3 years, dude. So honestly, you guys are just as embarrassing as I am. You know, we're all in this together. Yeah, R.I.P. the judge, wherever the judge may be. But appreciate everybody tuning in as long as you guys have through the ups and the downs, both of the market and for and of the content itself. Stan, it was a football player. It was a football player. Come on now. The bike stream, yeah, the bike stream's on hold. I haven't heard back after they reached out trying to do the partnership. I haven't heard back from forget no free ads, so I'm not even going to say the company's name until they send me the bike. But yeah, anyways, appreciate everybody. Appreciate you guys all being here and still grinding away as the Team Holds cinematic universe grows, right? So we're up over we unleashed the VIP over there on Team Holds So Rare this week. We're over 725 subs. We're on our way to 1,000. We've got well over 11,100 over here. And then we're almost hitting 10,000 on the other channel. The other channel is almost up to 10,000. So we love that. We love that. Holy shit. Snoopaloo said this show's older than his children. Yikes. Some possible questions. So Rare, Top Shot. No, we're going to talk basketball first, and then I'm going to make fun of everything at the end. We will make fun of So Rare in a little bit. A couple of things that like last night's game sucked for the most part. Last night's game, we had like the games got out of hand early. I had a lot of Pelicans stuff, like Pelicans Raptors stuff in my underdog drafts. That was pretty good. Until it wasn't, until the game was over immediately. I think the Pellies just like smoked them. So the game was over so fast. So all the Scotty Barnes, all the Emmanuel Quickly, just dead. even all the Zion, because Zion like barely played last night because the game was in hand. But there were two like major takeaways from last night that I figured we could start with. So Clay, the Warriors get a W. Let's just hit those numbers first, right? So the Warriors get a win against Brooklyn in kind of a gross game, 109-98. Steph finished with 29 and 5. Kuminga, man, another like really, really good Kuminga game, 28 and 10. Wiggins didn't play, and he got hurt the last game, but now everybody's like, well, the Pacers and Mavericks are interested. What's happening with Wiggs? But yeah, Kuminga was awesome. The pod god Podziemski had 15 and 11. Draymond with 8, 10 and 8. Cam Thomas had 18 and 5. Claxton had 7 blocks last night. That's really the only thing to take away. But game was kind of in the balance in the fourth quarter. It was like a 6-point game early in the fourth. Moody comes in for Clay. Clay had played 30 minutes at this point. So it wasn't like Clay only played like 18 minutes or something. He had played 30 minutes. And then Guy Santos, household name, I think that's the correct pronunciation. I don't think it's Guy Santos. Santos comes in and he plays pretty well. Clay was off to a really rough start, wasn't doing that well. And Clay doesn't come back into the game. And I think this is the second time he's been, quote unquote, benched in the fourth quarter. And I'm sure you'll see, because this was, one of the later games, so maybe you haven't seen the clip yet, but there was an interview where I know Tim Bontemps was there. I'm blanking on the other person too that was asking him questions just about how he was feeling. And Clay, Clay had like an all-time approval rating for a while, right? And then like he had, the weird thing with Booker last year where he's like pointing 4 at him as he's getting smoked. And he had a couple of comments that were a little weird. So as I saw this interview starting where he was like, well, Clay, and you could tell the reporters, they didn't want to upset the balance. Like nobody wanted to directly ask. Oh, Anthony Slater. Thank you, Weisberg. And you can feel him like circling around it, right? And then Draymond, you hear him off camera be like, oh, they talking about how you didn't close the game. Draymond seems insufferable as a teammate too, just poorly singing stuff. But anyways, they did a really good job, I thought, of like approaching it. But I thought Clay actually handled this really well. I shouldn't say actually, but he handled it really well. He seemed like he was pretty honest. You could tell he was frustrated both by his performance and not the ability to get back out there, but then was still able to like really give Guy some love, Moody some love, just about how hard they've worked and how hard they played. And like how they deserve those minutes. But it felt uncomfy, man. It felt kind of like, not Brett Favre-ish, but like when you're seeing I don't know, when you're seeing that, it's tough. It's tough to watch. So I'm like still, I'm not really, I don't think the Warriors have a bright future here the second half of the season, but I hope it's just not like a true, Wile E. Coyote running off the cliff for Clay, but yeah, it was, it was Slater that being like, yeah, we haven't asked that yet, but since Dre brought it up, because Draymond did like yell it. It was really bizarre. But anyways, Golden State like stringing together some W's. I know they lost that game to Atlanta over the weekend, but playing a little bit better. I mean, again, it's a Brooklyn team that has just like no energy, no vibe whatsoever, but something to keep an eye on. I don't know what the Warriors are going to do. Like I can't imagine a team being like, oh, thank God. Andrew Wiggins, baby. Finally, bring Wiggins to me. Like I know they said Pacers were interested and Dallas was interested. And I guess that's how bad Dallas is in. Or maybe they're just using that to try to leverage being like, listen, we don't need to go get Royce O'Neal. We don't need to go get Dorian Finney-Smith. We get Andrew Wiggins, baby. And then maybe the price comes down a little bit. But I just can't see anyone like lining up for that Wiggins contract. And yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. We the people who say Maxey announced for the 3-point contest. Matt, I'll look this up right now. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure Maxey's shooting over 40% from 3 this season. No, 38%, but he's a career 40%. I like Maxey in there. I feel like Maxey gets in a zone. I'm okay with that. Is Miami interested in Wiggins? I don't know. I don't know who's interested in Wiggins, to be honest. Back to Toronto. I don't really know what deal they would do, though. You go, like, I don't know why Toronto would do that. Just because he's from Toronto? Maybe he's going back to Toronto to like see his family. I don't know if he's going to play for the Raptors. Anyways, that was that game. And the second game that I wanted to focus on was the Atlanta Clippers game. And first of all, let's give Atlanta some love here. The deadline's Thursday, Boston base. Let's give Atlanta some love. Atlanta's playing better basketball right now. They are playing much better. I know they lost this game, but they're playing much better. Trey against like a good Clippers defense dropped 25 and 12. DeJounte had 21, 7 and 5. Hey, let's welcome DeAndre Hunter back. DeAndre Hunter, 27 and 7 off the bench in 19 minutes. in 19 minutes, 27-7. Was really good. Yeah, well, no, I'm sure Golden State would. Yeah, Golden State would absolutely love those pieces. I'm saying I don't know why. Like I don't think someone being from that town is worth just like trading away assets for nothing, unless they think they can fix him. But anyways, the Atlanta game, yeah, DeAndre Hunter returned, was just incredible for him. But Kawhi had 36 and 5, and then let's give James Harden some love. Okay, yesterday or 2 days ago, goes into Miami, which he enjoys himself in Miami, and he crushes in that game against the Heat. And then the back-to-back of Miami to Atlanta, come on. That's like his two vices. Like the only other option you could throw in is Vegas in there if they had to do an overnight to Vegas. Goes to Atlanta and then almost hits a 30-point triple-double on him. Hit an insane 4-point shot right where he's like fading at the angle, gets fouled by Trae Young, throws it off the glass and in. Really good win by them. And just the Clippers last 26 games are 21 and 5. They are 21 and 5. Harden, I'm sorry, Kawhi has been playing. Let me see this. So he's played 45 games so far this season, and the Clippers right now are 34 and 15. So what's that? He's missed 5 games. No, 4 games. 4 games. That's bad math. He's missed 4 games. He is shooting, speaking of the 3-point contest, 45% from 3. 45%. That's like 6 points better than his career average, shooting 53% from the field. He's almost a 53, 45, 90 right now. That's insane. He's averaging 24, 6, and 3. And the Clippers are just good, man. The Clippers are good, and this is a pretty impressive run. And I think we just got to start taking them like seriously. And I know like whenever we talk about Kawhi or the Clippers, we're like, oh yeah, let's see it done in the playoffs. Let's see if they can stay healthy. I mean, they're halfway through the season, right? We're halfway through the season, 49 games we're more than halfway, 49 of an 82 game season. And they are a half game out. They are one win behind the Timberwolves and the Thunder, but just tied in the loss column at 34 with 15 L's. So the Clippers, I mean, I don't want to go nuts here, but I think we need to start taking them seriously. Like I think in a playoff series, right? Like outside of Denver, because Jokic is the ultimate like skeleton key, right? Where like, what are you going to do with Jokic? But you look at the Thunder, who I love. You guys know I'm Team Thunder. The Thunder have exceeded the expectations, right? Remember when it was a hot take in March when I said they were going to host a playoff series? Now they're like fighting for the 1 seed. But when you look at the rest of the teams, like I am taking the Clippers over the Thunder. I'm taking the Clippers over the Timberwolves. I'm taking the Clippers over the Kings, the Suns, the Pelicans. I'm taking them over everyone but Denver at this point. This is when the injuries come in the back half of the season. I mean, maybe. But I feel like they might have enough depth right now that they like, even if Kawhi went down, they could withstand that. And like Russ has turned into this ultimate team player who is like fine playing 15 to 18 minutes off the bench. It's pretty good. Steve's, yeah, we can do show recommend. Or it might be TV show. It might be a TV show. But yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty into what the Clippers are putting out there right now. And I feel like they got to stay healthy, but if they are able to stay healthy, this is going to be a fun playoff run. And I mean, it really does make the West very interesting. Because when you look at the teams 5 through 8, right? With the Kings, Suns, Pelicans, Mavericks, throw the Lakers in there, maybe the Warriors, whatever. Like they can all put up fights, but to me, it's clear like the Thunder, the Wolves, the Clippers, and the Nuggets have been the 4 best teams in the West so far. And you do a second round. The second round right now would be OKC and Denver, Minnesota, and Clippers. Everybody loves that. And then you get the Suns right now, who didn't play last night, but are barreling towards the top 6 here. I don't think they can catch. Like, I don't think they're catching the Nuggets, but they can get the 5 seed. They can catch the Kings. The West is going to be fun, man. I'm really excited about that. All right, let's keep going. Here. What's some other games last night? Those are the 2 ones that I was interested in. Mavs beat the Sixers 118-102. I would like to welcome the Philadelphia 76ers into unwatchable territory, right? Embiid's undergoing the procedure. They had Tobias Harris back. It just doesn't matter. It's not a fun watch. Maxey got bottled up here. Maxi Kleber, though, we had a Maxi Kleber night. He had 14 and 5. I honestly can't believe I'm saying this. Good to see Maxi Kleber back in action. We love it. On the Sixers side of things, like, Tyrese Maxey had 15 and 7. Tobias had 17 and 6. Oubre had 19 and 6. Like, what was so bad about this is the Mavericks have been just god awful on defense. They add Kyrie Irving back to it, and they still only scored 102 points. And that's they're going to be in a tough spot here, I think, moving forward. They didn't even have a good Luka game. Like, Luka only had 19, 8, and 3. Kyrie's return. Kyrie just took over in the third quarter. He had 23, 8, and 5. And then another Josh Green game. Josh Green kind of getting into a rhythm here. He had 20 and 6. Yeah, well, I know. So somebody had asked on Live Before Lock yesterday. Shout out everybody that tuned in. They were like, "What about Jaden Springer?" I'm like, "You can't trust those minutes." And then Jaden Springer was out there like making plays happen, and whether that was foul trouble or what. But yeah, they're unwatchable right now, and you were going to see them kind of plummet down the East standings. I mean, they're not going to fall too far because the East really does have a drop off, but they're going to be clinging on to the 6th seed, I think. Also, we got Regulator in the chat. Good to see you, sir. All right, let's keep moving. Again, we don't have too many games today. Lakers beat the Hornets. Since Regulator's here, we can talk about Charlotte. The Lakers won 124-118. Whoo, baby, Anthony Davis game. Anthony Davis, he had a triple-double last night. 16 points. Was it 16 points? Did I mess that up? 16. No, I'm sorry. I did mess that up. 26 points, 15 boards, 11 dimes, and 3 assists from AD. Just a monster game. Charlotte continues to just get cooked by those bigs. LeBron dropped 26, 7, 4. D'Lo, his streak continues of just like lighting it up. He had 28, 6, and 4. And then listen, you want some bright spots. You got Brandon Miller dropping 33 and 4. Miller is just on one right now. Brandon Miller's let's actually like pull up his last 5 games here, because he has just been cooking. For the season, he's shooting 44% from the field, 38% from 3, averaging 16, 4, and 2. But let's look at these last 5 games. So last night, 33 and 4. The game before against the Pacers, he had 35 and 6. Game before that against OKC, he had 28 and 4. Game before that against the Bulls, he had 21 and 3. And then the game against the Knicks, he dropped 29 and 7. Just great stuff from him. And then that piece of shit, Brandon Miller. Sorry, excuse me, Brandon Miller. That piece of shit, Miles Bridges, had a career high of 41 last night. Lakers, they could not pull away in this game. Could not pull away. And yeah, AD and Sabonis saved. Yeah, you had to play those two guys. 146 in the last 3 games for Brandon Miller, says Regulator. Record for rookies this season so far. There you go. So there's some bright spot. Lakers holding on, just collecting W's where they can. This is a 3-game win streak now, right? Celtics, Knicks, and the Hornets last night, and they now are, what are we here? They're 27 and 25, 2 games over 500 in the 9 seed, a game behind Dallas, 3 games behind New Orleans, but kind of firmly in the play-in. I wanted to check their schedule real quick to see what they got upcoming here. So you see home against Denver on Thursday night, then home against the Pellies, home against Detroit, at Utah, at Golden State, at San Antonio, home against San Antonio, and then at Phoenix and the Clippers. So we'll see where the Lakers are. They get a couple of easy dubs in there and then a couple of really challenging ones. So we'll see where LA ends up as we get deeper into the season. What do we got? 1 game left? 2. Yeah. Well, okay. Pels Raptors. We're just going to talk about quickly. This game sucked. Pels won 138-100. Barnes had 17 and 5. Pirtle 14 and 9. CJ had 20 and 6. The one real bright spot from that game, Ingram was insane. Brandon Ingram, who didn't even play a ton of minutes, dropped 41, 9, and 6. Guy shot 8 for 11 from 3 and 16 for 21 from the field. 41 points on 16 shots is nuts. JJL Smith in the chat. Let's go. And then the last game of the night that we're going to talk about anyways, Cavs beat the Kings 136-110. Sabone Bone, 12 points, 19 boards, 15 dimes. Did that in like limited minutes there. Cavs, man, they're on one though, right? They're just on a heater. So Mobley now back to his minutes ticked up to 28. So did Darius Garland. So about to cross the 30 threshold there, up from 24 anyways. Mobley with a double-double in those minutes. That's 2 like games in a row where he's cooked in limited minutes. 11, 14, and 7 from him. Allen had 19 and 7, but Spider, 29 and 5, baby. Cleveland now. Ooh, baby. Cleveland is on one, right? They are now the 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. The Cleveland Cavaliers are the 2 seed, 32 and 16. They're percentage points ahead of Milwaukee, but both 5 games back from the Celtics. And they're just on one, man. They are now 9 and 1 in their last 10. What is their last hold on. I want to look at their schedule here. So 9-1 in their last 10, right? They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so ready. That's 10-1, 11-1, 12-1, 13-1, 14-1, 14-2, 14-3, 15-3, 16-3, 16-4. 17, 18, 19-4 in their last 23. 19-4 in their last 23, and they did most of that without their guys. Oh yeah, that's right. Good call, Stan Loves. I forgot about Evan Mendoza, the Mendoza line. But yeah, Cleveland's legit, man. Cleveland is legit. So I'm excited to again. This East is getting fun, man. The top half of the East, especially with the Cavs catching up to Milwaukee. The Knicks now are just one game behind both the Cavs and the Bucks. They're in that 4 seed. Sixers are slipping. It does feel like the Pacers are going to catch the Sixers here, and the Pacers are going to slide into that 5 seed. Honestly, the Magic are only 4 games back from the Sixers, and the Heat are only 7 games back. So we'll see what happens. Let's see what we got for a schedule for tonight. I think we've got another 7 or 8 games. Right, so we got Houston at Indiana. The TNT games are Dallas at Brooklyn, snooze. Milwaukee at Phoenix, though, for the nightcap should be pretty fun. Then we got Miami and Orlando, Memphis and New York. We'll see how many guys Memphis has available. I know Jaren Jackson Jr. already ruled out. Chicago and Minnesota, and then OKC at Utah. So should be fun. Should be fun. Weisberg says, I think the divisions are typically meaningless in the NBA. However, the Central is wild, and those teams are going to play each other a ton late, which is going to give Celtics a real advantage. Yeah, I mean, the Celtics, like you said the other day, I think the Celtics are going to clinch. Speaking of Weisberg, he's going to join the show on Wednesday, and we'll do some trade deadline stuff, which should be fun. Are the Cavs the best team, or at least a threat to the Celtics? I'll be honest, regulator. There we go. That's a good talking point. I think they are. I think the Cavs are legit. And I think the Knicks are legit too. I think both of those teams are a threat. And I think I'm not like Milwaukee looks broken right now. They're going to figure it out. Like I think Milwaukee will still be an absolute threat. But I think those 4 teams up top, and honestly, Miami looks awful right now. And if Miami continues to play like this, they're not going to be a threat. But I trust it. Wasn't it Thursday, Weisberg? Did I just say Wednesday? I thought I said Thursday. Isn't the trade deadline Thursday? Yeah. Oh, I did say Wednesday. My bad. I mean Thursday. Yeah. But yeah, Miami does look old right now. I just assume they're going to figure it out. Jimmy Butler's been playing a little bit better the last couple of days. So we'll have to see what that squares up. But I do think the Cavs, are there. Have we found out why Trae Young isn't an all-star? Well, according to Steph Curry, it was political. I just don't think he's a well-liked guy. I think like when coaches are part of the vote, and he's gone through a couple of different coaches, right? And he's been there in 6 years, right? So Stan, I know you have to decide one way or the other. Like you have to fight the other way. But I did see you complaining about the Heat recently too. So there's that. There is that. I'm going to hold you accountable here. Let's go over to Underdog. Let's see if we can find a pick'em here. We got closed last night. Well, what was our the morning marketplace one was Brandon Miller over, Kawhi Leonard over, and Tyrese Maxey, and Maxey didn't get there. So Maxey killed our morning pick'em. We need to get one though. We do. We need to freaking get one. We're due here. Let's see what action we have. I'm curious. I kind of want to just attack this Milwaukee Phoenix game. I think Booker's at 24.5 points. Also, Jalen Green's over. So Houston's playing Indiana. Jalen Green is over, is at 20.5. There's no Fred VanVleet tonight. So give me Jalen Green over 20.5 points. Give me Booker. I think Booker's 24.5, right? Oh, 28.5. But it is against Milwaukee guards. I still like. Actually, let's do points, rebounds, and assists just in case he's dishing it out. Yeah. Oh, you want Jalen Green points, rebounds, and assists? All right, we can do that. Points, rebounds, and assists. That adds 10 to it. I'm fine with that. Let's see. What else can we find here? I'm kind of. Do you guys think Kyrie plays tonight against Brooklyn on a back-to-back after missing a bunch of games? I feel like once Kyrie gets into a rhythm, we're going to see Luka sit a game here. Sorry, we had to mainline that caffeine, baby. Yeah, I don't really know what to do with Indiana because Halliburton's still in the minutes restriction. You see, Luka's got a 2x here for triple doubles, but I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna do that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I do feel like we're gonna see Luka rest soon, but I don't know if it's gonna be this game because Kyrie just got back. Like I feel like if Kyrie had been healthy for a little while, maybe this would be a game where Luka sits. Um, I don't know. I do feel like Claxton could cook tonight, but we'll see. Mikal Bridges only was 23.5, but Mikal just like sits games out sometimes. Jalen Brown, deal. You know why can't we do Jalen? We can't do the Knicks. I don't feel comfortable with it. Is because if Memphis is rolling out a G League team, this game could be over soon. Although they don't have I don't know. The Knicks are shorthanded too, so maybe I don't know. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Love the Kyrie. Has there been Kyrie to the Lakers talk? I haven't seen a lot lately. I don't want to touch Miami, Orlando, if we're being honest. That I just don't have a good feel for that game. Ant-Man seems to have broken out a little bit, but I don't really know what to do with Minnesota and Chicago. DeRozan's been on one, but Minnesota plays good defense. Kobe White, I think, is questionable or probable tonight. I don't love it. I don't love it. Let's see if we can find another one from OKC and Utah. OKC and Utah. We got SGA with the double-double against Utah. 32.5. I think I'm just going to take the over on the points with SGA. SGA is due for another 30-point game, Bridges sits. I don't know. Bridges usually doesn't sit, though, right? Naz Reid over. Naz Reid's minutes are all over the place, though. I think this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do right here. 10 to win 60. Let's do it. Booker over 38.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Jalen Green over 30.5 points, rebounds, and assists. SGA over 32.5 points. If you want to follow along, let's do it. We forgot to do the ad read. Today's NBA bit is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy Sports. Whether you're drafting Luka first overall in best ball or fading Wemby blocks in the pick'ems, Underdog is where you'll find Team Hold. Sign up today at underdogfantasy.com or just click the link in the description to get started. And by signing up using promo code HOLD, HOLD, you will get a 100% deposit bonus match up to $100. That's a free honey. So sign up today using promo code HOLD, HOLD, and get started at underdogfantasy.com. All right, here we go. We're going to pivot to So Rare here for a second because I wanted to make fun of some stuff for a minute because it was brought to my attention yesterday, the rare tier 2 stuff, right? Or the tier 2 rewards. And before we break it down a little bit, just for some context. So the way So Rare does this, there's like an algorithm based on like recent sales, both on the marketplace and in the auctions, also based on performance, all of that stuff, right? And that's how they determine the tiers. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with a lot of this is that it is about what has already happened instead of it being a predictive thing, a projected thing, right? Because I think where a lot of the value comes in these tiers and these players is what is projected to happen, not what just happened. Do you guys remember So Rare used to do these starter packs, right? And the way they would do it, and I loved the idea of it because it seemed very open to new people, where it would be like, for $99, you can get these 5 limited cards, right? Or something like that. Say it was like $69. Nice. You get these 5 cards. And they would be like, these 5 cards actually would have won you this past game week. You would have come in like 15th and limited contender or something like that. In theory, that makes a ton of sense. However, when those players perform really well, their value actually goes down the following game week, right? Because their cap rises, or maybe it was injury related, stuff like that. There are exceptions to that rule, like with the Knicks right now, because the Knicks are going to be without Randall for a while. OG missed a handful of games. So guys like Brunson, Hart, DiVincenzo, Precious Achiuwa become valuable for like following weeks. But I think something we're going to see like next week probably is Maxi Kleber all of a sudden is going to be in a tier 2 or tier 3. But that's because he was at a cap of 9 right now. And so he's outperforming that. But once he gets up to a 16 or an 18, that's no longer a valuable thing. Something that happened to me like 2 weeks ago, I won an Asar Thompson for a tier 2 card. Now, yes, he's a rookie. That's fun. whatever. But like that was such an outlier performance from him and an outlier sale that happened on the marketplace that it like messed it up. So now let's take a look at this now. These are the tier 2 rewards. So you see Amin Thompson, who is this is a tier 2. So this is coming in 21st in a rare contender tournament. This is what you would get. And not necessarily 21st, but you could. And Amin Thompson, who is playing 18 to 22 minutes a game. Anthony Simons makes sense. But just looking at this, right? Like Anthony Simons and Amin Thompson in the same category. It's like, wait, what? You got Bam Adebayo. Like Bam Adebayo is like borderline tier 1. And now you coin flipped. You get Bam Adebayo or Benedict Mathurin or Bilal Coulibaly, who I like Bilal Coulibaly 5 years from now. You know, Bradley Beal, Pajemski. Okay, fine. Ingram, Brandon Miller, absolutely. Kate Cunningham. All of these make sense. Danilo fucking Gallinari. What is going on? Danilo Gallinari? Why? Why are we throwing Gallo barely? Let's see how many minutes Gallo has played this season. Just this whole season. Let's see. Danilo. Let's see what his performances have been so far this year. He's played 21 games this season. He's averaging 7 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. You could get Gallinari or Cade Cunningham, his teammate, both for a tier 2. And then you go to like Garland, Murray, Mobley, Franz Wagner, sure, IQ, Jaime Jaquez, Jalen Brunson, Duran Green, Jalen Johnson. Like, I just don't understand how we get some of these guys that like sneak through the cracks. Like even Keontae George is not a tier 2. LeBron is a tier 2, you know? So Trace Jackson Davis. Trace Jackson Davis is like, how many minutes did Trace Jackson Davis play last night? Let's look that up. How many minutes did their backup to the backup big play last night? Trace Jackson Davis. He played, oh no, that's the Lakers game. I apologize. Trace Jackson Davis played, drum roll please. No, he did not play. He got a DNP, a coach's decision. A DNP, a coach's decision. What are we doing? And what drives me nuts about this is that this isn't like the first time this has happened. People have brought this up before. And I'm not even complaining because I've recently won a rare tier 2. It's just hard to justify anybody to go out there to be like, oh, dude, hell yeah. I came in 21st out of 1,200 people and I won a guy who did not play last night in a game against the Brooklyn Nets. And so and listen, I'm sure they're probably shorthanded because just like Top Shot and just like every other company in the greater United States right now, their times are tough and people are getting laid off. I'm sure they're shorthanded. However, if they are just like clicking a button once at the beginning of the year and they'll be like, you know what, this algorithm is perfect, then they're making a mistake. Like you have to put some eyeballs on this because if there's anyone, and I know like there's people that work there that are basketball fans. I know they're diehard hoop fans. You just got to put some eyeballs on that. And you could be like, hey, listen, the guy who came in 21st won a Trace Jackson Davis. Guy who came in 23rd won a LeBron James. What are we doing? What are we doing? Like this is a fixable thing, you know? This is a fixable thing. And like maybe you run the algorithm, it spits it out and you look at it and you're like, okay, we got to move this one down, move this one up. And I think we could even, and maybe you guys don't give a shit about this and then I apologize, but like, let's go look at tier 3, right? Like you could look at this and be like, oh yeah, Aaron Gordon, move him up. Austin Reeves, move him up. Like Bogdan Bogdanovic, yeah, move him up. And then you can CJ McCollum, move him up. And I know like Cap plays a part in it, but I'm telling you, man, there's no need to, you got to put some eyeballs. You got to put, because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous and it's unnecessary. And it's a fixable thing. I think that's what's frustrating. It's a fixable thing. Like this isn't rocket science. Like oh yeah, Trace Jackson Davis. He's played an average of 9 minutes over the last 3 weeks. Maybe he shouldn't be a 21st place reward, you know? So just fix it. And these are like slight tweaks that can fix it easily. Danilo Gallinari should not be a reward, you know? You know what? If you come in last place, you should get a Danilo Gallinari. That's how that should work. Not 21st, last place. Because that you should be rewarded. We do this at trivia. First place gets a prize. Second place gets a prize. Third place gets a prize. Last place, we gave flowers for a little while. Because it's like, you know what? It's actually kind of impressive that out of all these people in here, you came in last. That should be, everyone else won alcohol or a gift card. And you just get flowers. Like, thank you for playing, you know? That's what Gallinari should be. Last place. Anyways, there we go. That's it. We'll have to cut this up into a short and tag, people. And I mean, I put something out on Twitter last night too, and I'm sure, and Twitter's broken, so who cares? But, and you guys know, I mean, I do plenty of content on it, right? Do plenty of content on the platform. I obviously enjoy doing it. We do live before lock twice a week. We do now live after dark, which is like a VIP show that we ran last night, which actually was a lot of fun. I hope people are, if you're thinking about it, it was a good time. TST hung out. We gave away some stuff. We just kind of shot the shit. It was a good time. But we do that. We do 2 episodes of value hunting a week. We got Shot Tank. We've got, you know what I mean? Like, we're doing a ton of stuff. So it's not like this platform is dead. It's broken. I'm just saying, open your eyes. Open your eyes. Put your eyeballs on it. Fix it. Just fix it. It's an easy fix. And it can't be. I won't stand for any. Well, the NBA Players Association says Gallinari's a tier 2. I know it's not that. I know it's not Players Association. Is Live After Dark your version of OnlyFans' regulator? No. Close stay on. Getting some Spicer vibes. I know that. Well, that's how I know this is a real thing. Is that because I do feel like I'm sliding into the Spicer energy. But this is a fixable thing. There's no reason not to mess with this. Anyways, enough about that. Oh, Fenny, did you get lost? What are you doing here, buddy? Good to see Fenny up in here. But anyways, let's see what I got. Well, we got cooking in here. These are my lineups for this game week. I don't think anything is going to be spicy. Kyrie. Oh no, that's street ball. Limited contender. I think what was nice about this is we got a Kleber with a cap of 9, dropped 31. Bruno with a cap of 8, dropped 20. And then I got 53 out of Bridges. I got really bad games from Scotty Barnes and Paul Reed. So hopefully this still has some room to run here. I feel like that's got a good shot. Limited champion, we got 54 from Kyrie, 51 from Kuminga. Still got DiVincenzo to go. Solid, okay game from Onyeka. IQ is pretty bad. What about my rare? My rare contender, yeah. Maxi Kleber dropped 35, Bruno 22. Still have Beal and Vassell, but Scotty Barnes is bad. And then my rare champion, this like seriously should have some room, right? 77 from AD, 56 from Kuminga. IQ was pretty bad. Onyeka was like fine. And then Dante DiVincenzo still to go. So hopefully we get a sweat. I just realized TST and Top Shot Tony have the same initials. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, AD was awesome last night. That was pretty fun. And then I don't know. You guys have anything else you want to get into? I think this might be like an abbreviated show today because it's pretty busy. I don't know what else you guys want to do. And we got a big one tomorrow. So this is what I think we're gonna do. I think tomorrow starting at like 7. I think we're gonna have some 89 Cavs. We'll have some Shot Tank bros come through. I think Dustin and Greg at some point later in the night are gonna check in a little bit. So let's come hang out tomorrow night. We're gonna give away. I think I'm going to give away like some solid moments too. I think we're going to give a big Top Shot moment away. We're going to give an Anthony Edwards rare card away, I think. So we're going to fire it out. Oh, Steve's was looking for TV show. Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me do this first. Celtics reportedly active and have expressed interest in Kelly Olynyk, Andre Drummond, and DeLon Wright. I think DeLon Wright makes the most sense here. I do like DeLon Wright. I think they need like a bigger defending guard, right? So I do like DeLon Wright, and I don't think you'll have to give up too much for him. The problem is like any sort of trade I feel like includes Peyton Pritchard or Sam Hauser, and I kind of like both of them. So I'd bring Kelly home, baby. The pride of Boston. I do like Kelly Olynyk. All right, TV show. Okay, I watched the first 2 episodes of Mr. and Mrs. Smith on Amazon Prime. That's really good. True Detectives episode this week was fine. I do still like True Detective though. It's a weird one. It's a little bit more of a horror this time around, which is kind of interesting, but I like it. I've been enjoying True Detective, but Mr. and Mrs. Smith is my jam. I think I said this last week. We're in the process of rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. We watch like an episode every night, and that's great. We just got to Adrian Pimento, Jason Mantzoukas, Jason Mantzoukas is probably my favorite comedic actor. Like almost of all time, up there with I love Jason Bateman too, but this is a good run. Yeah, you know what it is? I actually think it's my camera. I think I was moving stuff around. I got a new desk arriving today, and I've been moving shit around trying to clean up a little bit. So yeah, propaganda. I don't care, man. We can. Yeah, there you go. Watch Prison Break and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. You can that's it off. Pizzolata basically said he thought that. Yeah, but Pizzolata's he also created. He was involved in season 2, wasn't he? How about the guy hosting Oh yeah, we did just hit underdog. Yeah, we went Jalen Green over points, rebounds, and assists. Shit, what was the other one? Jalen Green over points, rebounds, and assists. Booker over points, rebounds, and assists, and then somebody else over. Oh, SGA over points. How about that guy? Yeah, whatever, dude. I mean, this is just, it's a business. It's a business. He's one of the biggest comedians in the world right now, so it makes sense that he's doing it. I watched last week for the first time in a while because IO was hosting, and I enjoyed it. But it's just like anything. They have good things and bad things. Good things and bad things. Yeah, that's yeah, I'm all over Book. Yeah, the weird thing is he's credited as an EP and it says nothing had to do with the show. Yeah, I think it's just because it's like it's from his universe of stuff, right? So I think technically he's like an executive producer, and if he's involved in the funding of it at all. Yeah, I don't know. I've been enjoying it. I really like Jodie Foster in it. I really like, is her name Kai Reese? I think Kai. I really enjoy her performance as well. It is just a little horror-y. So I don't know. But yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Smith is good. That's a Donald. I'm blanking on the actress's name, but Donald Glover and I forget the actress's name, but it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. They dropped all the episodes at once though, which is kind of weird. Not a fan of that. I kind of like the week to week. I have something to look forward to. Oh, well, nobody wants to hear this, but I'm enjoying Mr. Spade, Clive Owen's show on Amazon that I'm really enjoying. Erskine. Wait, what are you saying, Maddie? I forget what we're talking about. Oh, is that the actress's name? I don't know. Anyways, I think that's it for today. I gotta get some underdog drafts in. Last night was tough. I was primed. Oh, my Erskine. Thank you, Manny. I was primed for a good night last night, and then that Raptors Pelicans game really just killed me. Really hurt. Are you guys watching anything else good right now? I'm always open to show recommendations. I love TV. I do. Although now that Bossa Bay said that, I do watch a lot of propaganda shows. I just love a detective. I love a mystery. I love solving something. I enjoy those things. Okay, just a reminder. Oh yeah, the curse was good. Just a reminder. This is it for today, except for the VIPs. If you're a VIP, we'll have a fast break show a little later this afternoon. Tomorrow, big day tomorrow. Oh my God, I did watch Griselda, We the People. I did watch Griselda. I watched that. I still can't believe that Sofia Vergara. I really was blown away by that. That was insane makeup on there. I could not believe that was her. Honestly, I enjoyed it. I thought it seemed like it was supposed to be an 8 or 9 episode show, and they were like, shit, we gotta wrap this up. And it just all of a sudden it was over. But anyways, yeah, tomorrow we'll have a big day. So we'll have the NBA bit. I think actually the NBA bit might not happen tomorrow. Stay tuned. We'll have the normal VIP stuff, but then a big old birthday party. Actually, let's just call it here. No NBA bit tomorrow. No show in the morning. Okay, because we're gonna have a long night, and I want to rest the voice. All right. So 7 p.m. Eastern till Friday. We'll do it for 3 straight days. No, 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll get it fired up. And we'll have a good time. We'll come hang out. No NBA bit tomorrow though. We're gonna save the voice. Because I got to use my voice a lot today. I got to go shoot a video about Bill Belichick here in a little bit, and then we got trivia. Oh yeah, Curb Your Enthusiasm is back. New episode was great. Everybody go watch Curb. Curb was great. Hell yeah, good call, Fenny. And then I went and watched Larry David's interview with Seth Meyers from the Tonight Show, whatever the hell it's called, and that was good. That was excellent. Ooh, Weisberg's got some playback tomorrow night too. There you go. TED TV shows. I can't watch. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to watch the TED show. I'm not going to do it. I can't. That's where I draw the line for Boston comedy. That's where I draw the line. Although I have heard good things. But all right, gang, let's call it there. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Hey, 3 years. Look at us, huh? Happy 3 years. Hope you guys have a great little Tuesday. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Big old day tomorrow. We'll have a real celebration. Maybe I'll get myself a fucking cake, All right, we're out.